Hello, my friends. This is Andy Falco Jimenez coming to you live from Yorba Linda, California. I am the president of the California Parent Alliance and the host for this particular podcast. And got a few things I just wanted to come on and let you know that I'm working on and that you may be interested in. Now, I got to admit to you that I don't have all the information yet because there is a lot to figure out. Every state seems to be a little bit different, but what I'm talking about is going after the surety bonds that each elected official in, I believe, in the United States, and in particular for us here in the state of California, every elected official, which includes school board members, and I think even district superintendents, even though they're employees and not elected officials, they too also have to have a surety bond. And I'm going to share a little bit more about that in just one second. But I'm going to make sure and try to remember that this also goes out to a podcast where people cannot see my screen. But I want to let those of you that are going to be listening to this on a podcast that you can find this on our channel on YouTube or Facebook or where am I? Or else am I broadcasting? Twitter, and just go to CaliforniaParentAlliance.com or .org. I'm sorry, CaliforniaParentAlliance.org on our website. Our new one is about to be up, so you'll be able to see some of those things on there. But if you go to Facebook, if you're on Facebook and you type in the search California Parent Alliance, our Facebook page will come up. I am broadcasting live there right now, so you can see the video. If you're listening to this on this podcast, the podcast has already been done, so you'll go there and see the replay. And then on the YouTube channel, just type in California Parent Alliance, and you'll find the channel there. All right. So enough about that. So again, if you're listening only, then I'm going to do my very best to describe what I'm showing on the screen. But if you really want to see the screen shares that I have, then you're going to want to make sure and visit one of the locations where the video is showing. All right. I'm going to go to my banners here. And the first one you need to know, the website that you're going to look for is called Bonds for the Win. Bonds for the Win. And let me bring up the screen right now. Bonds for the Win is this right here. And let me just go and make it full screen for right now. And let me bring it in so that it fills in the top there. There we go. Oops. There. All right. So this is the website, Bonds for the Win. And just to kind of give you a reason why I'm bringing this to you today is that what you can do as a community member is you can file a claim against their bond. Now, what I'm finding out in California that a large number of school board officials are not school board officials, but school district, that's a better way of putting it, has insurance companies that have a blanket coverage. Now, I'm not going to be using all the correct words again. This is new to me. I'm just getting started, but it seems very exciting. But in California, many of the school districts have joined together on one insurance policy. It just so happens, let me bring up the information here. Actually, I'm going to bring it up on my phone, that the insurance policy, that our district and many others, including Los Angeles and other Orange County school districts, and even up as far as Central California, Northern California, are using, here it is, the National Union Fire Insurance Company of Pittsburgh, PA. And that is the insurance company that is holding the bond or the insurance in regard to anything that is related to the individual school board members who are elected by us, the people. All right, let me go back to my screen here. Let me get rid of this lower third and go back to the website here. And there are three parties included in a bond agreement or an insurance agreement, and that is the bond holder. That's the elected officials who are required to be bonded, and they must sign an oath to uphold the Constitution of the state as well as the Constitution of the United States of America. Companies, contractors, and even unions are also required to have a surety bond. So the teachers' unions are required to have a surety bond. We'll be going after them too. The other party of the three parties is we the people, the community for whom the bond holder is obligated to serve. And then the surety bond company This is the company that guarantees that the bondholder will serve the people. And if a claim is filed against the bondholder, the surety bond company is responsible for accepting the claim, notifying the bondholder, demanding that the bondholder address the claim, and starting an investigation if the bondholder does not resolve or rectify the situation. One of the things that's important to know, at least as far as I understand it, is that when you file a claim, the bondholder is required and responsible for responding to the claim. Now, if a letter of intent, which is what the site instructs you to do, send a letter of intent, and you require them, the bondholder, which the school board member, to respond to the claims, or the what's the word again? The uh, bu- 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 oh my gosh, there's so many words, new words I'm learning here. But you're filing a claim, right? You're filing a claim. So there it is. It is a claim. So if you're filing a claim, the bondholder, the school board member, is required, or the school district superintendent is required to respond. Now, in the case of one example that I've seen, is that you you file the claim saying that masks are harming our children, and the CDC, and you bring out all your evidence that the CDC says, which it recently has said that masks do nothing to protect a child, or the teacher, that the injury is mental and physical, and you can lay out all these claims. But in your letter, if you say, I'm going to file a claim that the mask mandate that you have voted for and are continuing to mandate in your schools that you're responsible for, I'm going to hold you responsible for any injury to my child. Right? So you're filing a claim against their bond or against the insurance company, and they have to respond. Now, they can lift the mandate, which would be a solution to your claim, or they refuse, and now the company, the surety bond company, now conducts an investigation. Now, what I understand is the bondholder, the school board member who you've sent this letter to, if you also then follow up with a claim, they're responsible for the deductible, which I've heard everything from $10,000 to $40,000. That the bondholder is responsible for that, for the payment of that, due to your claim, the deductible. And that really is obviously a large amount of money. The reason I'm bringing this to your attention is because I'm in the beginning stages of researching this. It's been 3 or 4 days. It's a bit complicated, which is fine. My children are worth it. Your children are worth it. That we look into this. There is a large number of people who are in the process of doing this, and the website is being ran by a woman who who understands some of the process for some of the states, but every state seems to be slightly different. Every district seems to be slightly different. So what I'm encouraging you to do, if you want to join in this and being one of the people you're doing it, I'm sure you're going to find some other people in your school district who are already doing it or already started the process of trying to find out who the surety bond holder is for your school district, for your school board member, for your district managers or superintendents, for your school unions. You have to find out who they are first. They are obligated, according to what it says on this website and in state law, they are obligated to tell you who their bondholder is. They have to reveal that to you. Right now, it looks like many of the school districts are trying to find as many ways as possible for you, the community member, not to find out who their surety bondholders are, to not find out who that you're going to file a claim with the insurance company. But again, what I've been able to find out, at least so far, what it appears is that for the Placentia Yorba Linda School District and a large number of others, I don't know if you can see this, but you see this. Hold on, I got to move something so I can see my camera. As you can see here, this is just one page of the school districts that are part of this National Union Fire Insurance Company of Pittsburgh. You got, I'm just going to name a couple: La Habra City School District, Los Alamitos Unified School District, Magnolia School District, North Orange County ROP, Savannah School District, Westminster, Oceanside Unified School District, Orange Unified School District, Palm Springs Unified School District, Placentia Yorba Linda Unified School District, which is mine. And this is just one of like 5 or 6 pages. It may be more of the amount of school districts that are using the National Union Fire Insurance Company of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or PA. And so, again, I'm at the very beginning stages of utilizing this. You're very welcome, Maria. Sorry, I almost called you Marie. Maria G. Stubbs. Love you guys. I love that, you and your husband appear to be following much of the stuff that's going on. Once again, let me bring up the banner. So bondsforthewin.com. All right, that's one location you're going to go. A lot of information on there, and they keep adding information. Let me share the screen again. I'm going to show you something here that you will like, and that is when you're utilizing their website, and again, it has so much information. It talks about surety bonds and that type of things. It talks a little bit more in detail, the steps that you're going to take. Anyone can write a letter to the public official demanding a certified copy of their surety bond, and it goes on. And then number 2, write a letter to the public official of intent to file against the surety bond. That state in this letter what harm he or she has caused you or the community. I believe here in Placentia, Yorba Linda Placentia School District, one of the things that's happening right now is they're ending the school board meetings. There is a harm to our community because we're not able to voice our concern for our children. We're not able to voice our concern for their education. We're not able to, and it's causing harm to our children because we're not able to talk to the school board members in the school district. So that is one of the things that I'm gonna address, and I hope others address. In addition to eventually the mask mandates, the vaccine mandates, the CRT, and a number of other things that we're concerned about. The money that they've been giving the schools, how they've been using the money. Have they been using it to the benefit of our children, or they've been using it to muzzle our children with these face diapers? So there's a number of issues. I'm going to talk about Telegram in just 1 minute, but one of the things I heard on the Telegram chat today is that you want to definitely write as many of the violations or many of the claims that you think are harming you as the parent and harming your children, and adding as many as possible so that you have a number of them. Kind of like what can happen sometimes when, as a police officer, I was a police officer with the city of Anaheim and a detective, and you would want to make sure and cover all the different crimes that a suspect committed, say in the instance of a domestic violence, from pulling the phone. Well, when phones used to be in the wall, you pull the phone out of the wall to keep a person from calling, or crushing their cell phone. That is a crime, to not allow a victim of domestic violence to call the police, to the strike, to the assault, to not allowing them to leave. That's kidnapping. And so you see, you have 3 different crimes there in one incident, and you charge the suspect with all 3, because what ends up happening is that they find, well, you know what, the phone didn't really break and the person could have called, and so they drop that charge, as opposed to just charging with one crime, and that gets dropped down to a misdemeanor. What a DA can do is say, to get this case adjudicated, where the suspect will get some time. They'll say, okay, what we'll do is we'll get rid of the one misdemeanor if you plead guilty to the felony, or we'll drop 2 of the misdemeanors if you plead guilty to the felony. So do you see, if you write down all the things that you believe the school board member, or the district superintendent has done to harm you and your child, and all those things will add up, and make sure you do that. So I hope that all make sense. I hope I didn't go off on a tangent there. And what else is on here? Let me go back and share the screen here. Write the letter to the public official, intent to file a surety bond. If the public official does not stop or take action, you can put them on notice by submitting a color of law violation. If this fails, you can write a claim against the public official surety bond, depending on the laws of your state. More than one claim can be filed against a single bondholder. To submit this claim, simply write a letter to the company that holds the surety bond. State in this claim letter what harm the public official has caused you or you or the community. In some states, the bonding company may require that you fill out a form. And then what happens next, and then it goes on. There's a lot of stuff to read here. I'm not going to go through all of it, but it's important for you to go to the website and read it for yourself. With the part I was going to go to you, there's some state codes that I think that just got added, if I'm not mistaken. There's some cool stuff. So they're adding stuff all the time. This is all really good. Here's some California revised codes that you're going to want to go to here in California, of how, like, the boundaries, public employees. So she's doing a really good job of adding stuff, because this is fairly new too, to her. Success stories. And then what happens, let me look here. Here's a letter of intent. So they give you a template. Hold on. Is it not? It's not changing. Sorry. Hold on. I'm not sure why it didn't change for you guys. Oh, I see. It went to a different tab. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. Oops. Let me get rid of this one and then share the other tab. I'm not sure why it opened up in a different tab, but here, I'm going to fix it. Here. All right. Share the screen. Close this tab. That way, when I go to it, here we go. So let's see if I can find it. Letter of intent. Oh, here's an example letter from a district school board in Virginia. Let's see what they put here. So here is an example letter that you can use, but this is for Virginia. But again, you see what I'm saying. They do have examples here, and all you do is copy and paste and put your name in replace of all the in parentheses stuff there. Let me see if I can find another one here. There was, let's see. Bond letter request. Here's one for state of California. And there it is. And so here you go with the lab. This is actually, I think, brand new. This is the first time I've seen that. Oops, I didn't share the screen. Here we go. All right. So here is the bond letter, and all you do is copy and paste. So they're trying to make it as easy as possible for you to be able to do this on your own. And again, this is an example. You just replace addresses. This was done at the Alliance of Schools for Cooperative Insurance Programs. Oh, no, that's maybe the insurance company. Cerritos, California. Freedom of Information Act, evidence of coverage. And it has all the information that you need to make this possible for you to get your school district to take action and to do something, right? Remember that your school district doesn't want to do these things. The school board member doesn't want to do these things. The school board member doesn't want to pay the deductible, and so you may get them to move just on this alone, on the information that you have here. All right. So one more thing I want to share with you before I share with you the next. Well, actually, Telegram. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen share there. I'm going to bring up the screen share. Sorry, this is so wonky, but this is just new information and new stuff that I'm trying to bring to you, so that you can begin to get informed, because we need to do something. What's just going to the school board meetings at this point and saying the same things over and over again is great, but until you begin to do something and begin to take action, then nothing's going to change, because they're going to be used to you coming there and just blowing hot air and not doing anything about it. So I'm going to keep this bonds for the win up, because when I bring up this page, you're going to see that this is Telegram. Now, I'm new to Telegram too, so you may be saying, what's this? I don't know how to use Telegram. Well, you're going to want to get it, because if you're going to do this in Telegram, you can see right here, there's a ton of information that the Anne LaFleur, who is the one who is the woman behind, as far as I can tell, Bonds for the Win, and she has a bunch of other people, volunteers, that are also helping with updating the website, bringing in new information. When people are doing stuff and having success, they're making sure and putting the success onto the website and sharing it here in Telegram, so that you can see what's happening. All right. And so you go onto Telegram, and they not only are sharing all the stuff that's happening and things that are having success, but I'm going to switch over now to Bonds for the Win California. They have 50 different Bonds for the Win in Telegram, in addition to the main one. So I'm going to bring this back up. In addition to the main one, which is, you have your Bonds for the Win, which is the main Telegram page. I don't even know what you call them on Telegram. And And then they have the 50 different subcategories that you find your state, and you get on that chat for California, so that only the discussions of what's happening in California and what results are showing positive results are going to be in there, and what things are failing will also just be in there in California. Because if they were in the the parent page, I'm going to call it that, of Bonds for the Win, then you're mixed in with Virginia and Texas and Boston and all this kind of stuff, and it's hard to sort through where's the stuff about California. They've done a great job of separating the Bonds for the Win into different subcategories of California. So go to Telegram. Once you get onto the website and bookmark that, then go to Telegram, download it. If you don't use it, you will figure it out. Today, she was on live and answering questions. So you not only get the information that is updated on your Bonds for the Win for California, but somebody will go live sometimes in Bonds for the Win in California, or sometimes Anne will go live on Bonds for the Win, the parent page, and begin to talk and answer questions from people that are in the community. And you will learn so much. I was sitting in the parking lot of Whole Foods over here at Valencia and Imperial Highway and couldn't go shopping for about 45 minutes because I think maybe it's about 30 minutes. So she was doing it. And I'm listening to the people ask questions. I tried to ask a question, but she ran out of time. And so I believe that I'll try to get on next time. I joined a little bit late. So go to Telegram. Another person on Telegram that you want to follow is the Informed Mama, who also talks about mask mandates and vaccine mandates. And I believe has some association with Anne, but Informed Mama is out of California, and she's really updating of some new stuff, some new things that are happening in California, which you need to know about laws and lawsuits and that kinds of stuff. But I found her to be very informative, being the Informed Mama. I would tell you, because you're going to go on there right now, possibly, and go on Telegram and connect with that particular page, I guess it's called. And you are going to find she's very into what's happening in Canada with the truckers protest and that kind of stuff, which is all fine. But she's a little distracted right now, which is cool. But she does come back to some other things. So you're going to see, well, she's talking about the Canadian and American. It's okay. I do like that. I enjoy hearing what's going on with the truckers over there. But you're going to make sure and go to Bonds for the Win in Telegram, and then find your state. Hopefully it's, most of the people that are watching right now are in California. If not, that's okay. You can watch if you're and listen to the podcast if you're not, but make sure and find Bonds for the Win. So there is the Telegram page right there. And this is California. Let me see. Hello from Ukiah in Mendocino County. A shout out to anyone close by and interested in coming. A group of concerned parents will be meeting up on February 2nd at 2 p.m. at 306 North Main Street in Ukiah, second floor conference room. So you can see people are meeting together now to try to do this stuff together. And if you are in Mendocino, Lake Sonoma, or Humboldt, then you may want to get a hold of Danielle or look for this comment and go to that meeting. We have people in Ventura, Region 9, Ventura, Los Angeles County. And then you have, I've been in meetings and homeschooling, and not sure what that's all about. But you have people in Fresno, Kern, Merced, and Riverside. Let's see. I met somebody in Orange County. So we were chatting earlier, and her name is KT or KC or KS maybe. Yeah. And so I'm connecting with people that are also in Orange County. So perhaps we can all get together there and make an Orange County group. We can even drill it down to even a district per, or county by county, or something like that. All right. So I hope all of this has been helpful. I know it was a little wonky, just a little bit, but it's new, but I didn't want to wait. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll learn as much as something as possible. Then I'll get in and I'll talk about it so that I know more about it. But I didn't have any choice. This is, we need to act fast, especially at the Placentia Yorba School District, where we have a new so-called president. She's been on the board. She's equal to everybody else, but she's been ending the meetings within the first 2 to 4 minutes for the last, the 2 meetings that we had. We have a special meeting on Wednesday where we'll be discussing whether she can indiscriminately, that's the only reason, that way I know to put it, go to virtual school board meetings. The reason she wants to is because she doesn't like the parents showing up, and she's afraid to hear what they have to say, because they're speaking truth. They're bringing facts and science. She doesn't want to hear it. She wants to continue with the mask mandate. She wants to continue to push through when the vaccine mandates come to get every child vaccinated. And again, all this is to harm our children. They hate our children. They're more interested in the money that they're going to get from the government. If they do continue the mask mandates, if they do push the vaccine mandates, they're more concerned about the money. They don't care about the kids. They don't care about how much harm they're bringing to the children. And so I didn't have time. I didn't have time to go through it and learn everything that I wanted to before I went live. I wanted to give you what I have now, but go to bondsforthewin.com, get started, look through the website, and understand that they're updating all the time with new information. Go to Telegram, find Bond for the Win, and her name is Ann. It doesn't show up anywhere. She just happened to mention it today. I sent her a private message. Also look up Informed Mama. The Informed Mama, she's coming out with some really good information, and is a really good person to follow. And that's what I have for you for now. I hope it's been helpful. And all of you that may be watching from the Placentia Urban School District, I was live earlier. You need to come out to the school board meeting at 8:30 a.m. at the Placentia PYLUSD school board meeting on Orangethorpe Avenue. Be there. You're going to have to get there early, whether you have to stand outside or not. It doesn't matter. Go there. We need to not have our school board meetings going to virtual school board meetings. That is not going to help us. And if you are interested in doing something together with this Bonds for the Win, let me know. Send me a little private message. Maybe we can get together somewhere and begin to hash out all the details and begin to file some of these claims against the insurance company or their bond as soon as we sort out exactly what it is we need to do. All right. Again, hope this has been helpful. Hope you guys have a great evening, and we will see you a little bit later on. Take care. Talk to you later. Bye.